Hello, my name is 711, and welcome to the 7th week of the Pokemon Battle Association Season 9. This week we are up against Kyle, and Kyle and I go way back all the way to the PBA Season 3, and I beat him the first time that we ever played, and he's beaten me ever since, and so I'm looking for a win against Kyle. And, some of those wins were just from hacks. Some of those wins were because I misgenned Pokemon back when we played on Wi-Fi battles, with the 3DS. But a lot of the times, Kyle just had better prep, and so I'm looking for a good battle here. And so, I'm more particularly looking for a win. So I have now. Kyle has a really great team. He has Manaphy that could have come. He has Cobalion that could have come. I brought Ribombee as a setup. I'm sorry, not as a setup, as a lead Pokemon. And for a lead, I felt that Sticky Webs really helped out my chances of winning. And so I brought Sticky Web, Ribombee, along with coverage moves for any Pokemon that he could lead with. And unfortunately, I did not think about lead Excelgor when I was prepping. So we do lead Ribombee and Excelgor, but if he led Cobalion for Stealth Rock, Moonblast is a two-shot. If he led with Weavile, my Shield Dust ability or something like that, Shield Dust does not allow secondary effects. So Weavile could go for Fake Out on Ribombee, and I would live it, obviously, but then I would not get flinched, and then Moonblast one-shots. So yeah, I brought Ribombee as a lead, and I did not think about Excelgor. And so let's jump into this battle. And as I said, I do lead that, and he clicks Final Gambit. Now I'm thinking here, he could click Final Gambit, or he could set spikes. And I felt like setting spikes, could really hurt. It could really wear down the Metagross, and it could wear down the, pretty much everything else other than Pidgeot and Hawlucha. So I thought he would go for spikes. I guessed wrong. I clicked Moonblast for damage on Excelgor, and I really should have set Sticky Webs there. Very unfortunate for me. He brought, Kyle actually brings a Choice Banded Weavile. I didn't calc that damage. I only found out later. So here's Blackhawk here, and I click Thunderbolt because Thunderbolt does a lot to anything, except for Amoonguss, and I do have the Brave Bird, which does a lot of damage, and look at that. He has Effect Spore. Why did he bring Effect Spore and not Regenerator? And Kyle said that was actually a complete mistake on his part. So, Clear Smog, there goes that, down goes Tapu Koko very early in the game. And so, Kyle's like, crap, wrong ability. If he had Regenerator, he'd be in a much better position right now. The poison on Tapu Koko never really mattered because of whatchamacallit. Because of Recall from Brave Bird and also Rocky Helmet. So this was my chance to set Sticky Web here as Clear Smog takes out the Tooth Fairy. So I'm okay with that, actually. So next I do bring in Carlos because the electric terrain will not last forever, and I go for Acrobatics. And he gets a sleep on Carlos. He gets a sleep on Carlos, and that really, really stinks. That really stinks. So now what am I supposed to do? So in comes Big Bird, and as a matter of fact, Big Bird has 121 speed, while Carlos has base 118. Mega Pidgeot actually speed ties with Tornadus Therian, and my Hurricanes do more. So, his will not miss against Mega Pidgeot. If it would be bird against bird, and it would end up coming down to a speed tie. Um, and so like my best chance here is for Carlos to wake up. And there's Icy Wind. Great play. Great play. So I'm trying to wake up, and Icy Wind does knock out Carlos because of a sleep, because of Effect Spore that was not meant to happen. And so that really stinks. So I go into Steven here, and I had the Mental Herb in case I was taunted by this big bird, and so I set Stealth Rock. So there's a Heat Wave, and I decided to click Explosion, just in case he U-turned into something else. So that Big Bird still lived for whatever reason. So now Big Bird, or Kyle, I should say, has an interesting decision to make. Should Big Bird U-turn to live another day? Or should he sack Big Bird? And Robin Hoot is actually Choice Scarf this week. Robin Hoot, being Choice Scarf, does outspeed Weavile, and U-turn does a lot of damage. And so that's basically what Robin Hoot is here to do right now. U-turn kills Big Bird, so now this is a 3-2 battle. But unfortunately, Katrina is in here, and Fabio the Mega Ampharos completely, I shouldn't say completely, but desperately walls Fabio. So here's a U-turn. I go into Robin Hoot, and here's a Cotton Guard. And so basically my best chance of winning here is to click Spirit Shackle and get a crit. A crit does, I think, like 45% about that, and I don't get a crit. It stinks whenever you have to pray for crits. And I try again, no such luck. And Fabio takes out Robin Hoot with a Dragon Pulse. And so I just have this Mega Pidgeot here, and I click Hurricane, and my best chance here is to get the paralysis. I do get the paralysis, and no confusion, and down goes Katrina. So with that last Hurricane doing 24% damage, had Fabio hurt itself in confusion, then Fabio would be in range of the next Hurricane, so Mega Pidgeot would be able to take out Fabio, the Mega Ampharos. Heat Wave does take out Weavile, and as it turns out, a Banded Ice Shard does not kill Mega Pidgeot. Weavile is faster than Mega Pidgeot, but I have Sticky Web, and unfortunately, Weavile does not kill Katrina. Katrina would kill the Weavile, but then Audino would just be the wall that Kyle needs. And it was just so unfortunate for me that I got that sleep on Hawlucha. I would have been fine with a poison on Hawlucha, but that did not happen. So, yeah, it happens. So, I did lose this battle against Kyle. We are now 3-4, and so I essentially have to win out for a chance to make playoffs. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, guys, I will see you all later. Peace.